out, guys, and welcome to another episode of Tea
and Tussle.
Gosh, it's so good to be back. I hope you guys watched our vlog from AEW Forbidden Door.
Oh God.
Forbidden Door. It happened so long ago, but it's just again, you know, you get to see a background of us and how we enjoyed the shows. It was a really, really good.
It was a good show. I really enjoyed it. It was lovely to meet people on the streets and interview people, and people are like, "Oh yeah, I follow you."
Yeah,
and I was
man.
like, "Oh,
I could, yeah." So, any guys, thank you for the support. You know, I was having this. Here's me and my motivational speak again. You know, sometimes when you feel a certain type of way about yourself and you have imposter syndrome and this, that, and the fourth. And I was watching this TikTok from one of my favorite TikTokers, and she was like, "There's invisible people out there that are listening to you, and you're making an impact on them. Even though they might not speak the loudest, they speak the loudest."
Yeah.
So, you know, guys, thank you for the continued support. Thank you for listening to our words and just, you know, watching a bunch of friends go wrestling. And I hope to meet more of you. And we have such big ambitions that include other people, creating a safe space for women in wrestling, creating a safe space for people in wrestling to be able to just enjoy the sport in such a big way. And thanks. That's all I can say, man.
No, I agree.
But anyway, let's get into the tea. Boop, boop, boop.
Shots fired.
Shots fired indeed. First of all, the biggest return of the year.
The better return.
And I am so happy that it is a woman's return.
Oh, thank God. Women, always women. Only women.
Only women. I am so happy that AJ Lee is back and on her own terms.
Yes, I agree. On her own terms. It's been 10 years, but she has come back. I know there was like a bit of will she, won't she? And I think based on Monday Night Raw a couple of weeks ago, I was now under the impression she might not actually return because it looked like they were sowing the seeds possibly for Rhea to be CM Punk's partner. And to me, that kind of screamed some longevity. And also it was under the basis that I was thinking she might not return because, well, she said she was never going to return. And
never say never.
But I wanted to respect AJ's words because everyone's like, well, this and this. I was like, she said she doesn't want to return. That was the last thing she said. I'm going to respect her words until I hear let's light it up. She hasn't returned. So no, it was nice to see her return on her own terms. I saw that contract. I saw that signature. That contract sign.
Exactly. And thank goodness her entrance was not Death Rebelled.
Mate, they can't do that. Although I was wondering how they were playing. Maybe I'm wrong, but as in like, you know how they usually go into the first verse? I feel like they cut that out the very first time and then they changed it up and stuff. But no, the only thing is, one thing that it's going to sound weird, but it makes me want them to bring back, you know, like the clips from the Titantron, the Titantron. Because AJ was at that time where you would see, I remember her music video.
Oh my God.
And it wasn't there. And I was just like, oh.
I missed that era of Titantrons where they were all in some kind of, I don't know, some castle looking
They were
place,
in the castle,
and there was like bright rain in the background and they were all doing poses and
but some of them were weird.
Inside this pit of death. Like it is, I just missed that era of like them really taking time of their Titantrons. It's not just, and then just clips of their best moments and their most unhinged
best moments. It was in sync with the music. Like I missed that. Like it's all good that her logo is there and I like her shirt. It's all great, but I was just like, ugh. Where is it where she's just looking crazy?
I know. Give me what I want. No, but AJ Lee's return honestly has like sort of sparked kind of conversations in the WWE that we are supposed to be having in terms of like mental health,
exactly,
in terms of women and the progression that they're having in the wrestling world.
Yes,
like AJ Lee's for me the perfect opening line that she said. I am your favorite wrestler's favorite wrestler.
Yeah.
Now, I love Drag Race. RuPaul's Drag Race. Anybody that knows me knows I love RuPaul's Drag Race. And for you to sort of bring that iconic line from a trans woman who is a drag queen, who is killing it in the drag scene, and is, by the way, this is Sasha Colby. Everybody go to RuPaul's Drag Race. Watch Sasha Colby's entrance where she says, "I am your favorite drag queen's favorite drag queen." And I'm just like, hell yeah. I love that shit.
But it's even true. Honestly, like, take the NXT locker room, take Roxanne. Like, there's so many people who loved and grew up watching AJ, you and I included. So it was facts. It wasn't even a lie.
It wasn't even a lie, because the impact that AJ Lee has left in when she was at her time, the impact that she left, this sort of unhinged, but sort of just speaking up for yourself, having such good mic
She had her own pipe bomb.
She was one of the few, not one of the few, if not probably the only female wrestler who was very anti-establishment.
Yeah.
I can't think of anybody else, probably apart from China, who was anti-establishment.
We could say Ivory if you really want to pull the right to censor thing, because it was censoring all. But in the terms, I see what you're saying. But in the terms of like gimmick, in terms of like, but not. But you too know what? Forward in terms of anti-establishment. The difference between the difference in that was that AJ, social media was prominent, not as prominent as now, but social media was prominent, and AJ brought the politics of social media into feuds, and then also kind of close to when she left. That's what makes this sort of level of anti-establishment different. Yeah, because I mean, we mentioned it in a podcast a while ago. I said that AJ was the sacrificial lamb for the women's revolution because unfortunately said what she said, her piece, was slightly injured, came back for her last match, and then was done. And then suddenly Stephanie brings out NXT. And it's like, oh yeah, we're listening, but where's the person who pioneered
this?
So.
But mate, honestly, and you know, her speech about, you know, coming back and obviously sorting out her mental health, again, very, very important conversations that you need to be having in the wrestling world, because it does take a mental toll on you.
Yes.
Like physically, mentally, emotionally, like being on the road constantly, having all these kind of like words and voices in your head. Just, you know, there's just so much, like, in terms of how, you know, things can play a part on your mental health, and for her to take that time. And I always think, yeah, in order for you to give yourself to people, you have to give to yourself first.
Yes.
So for me, her sort of her kind of promo was an enactment of that.
Yeah, no,
you have
absolutely.
to put yourself first in order to give yourself. So it was kind of symbolic that she spoke about herself, because I know a lot of people wanted her to speak on the women's division and the divas and this, that, and the fourth. But it's like, again, you have to pour into yourself first before you can pour into others and pour into a bigger organization. So I thought that was the correct direction for her to go in.
It's completely a correct direction, because what we are seeing, we are seeing a more mature, more chilled, more gathered AJ Lee. There's still a little spark. I saw it on Monday night.
She don't play about her man.
It's in her eye.
She don't play about her man.
But this was someone who looked well rested. And for context, AJ Lee has spoken about this plenty of times. She does have personality. She has a personality disorder. She has bipolar disorder. And so for her to be able, as you say, to take that time and recoup and come back on her terms, and, you know, again, to me, she looked well rested, and it's another layer of AJ that I actually want to see. I'm quite happy that we haven't fallen into this trap of, well, let's just do exactly what she was doing 10 years ago. This is a new AJ.
This is a new era of wrestling.
Yeah.
And I'm loving the fact that in terms of the promos that they did today, it's just like, I love the fact that I have to say that my favorite part of Seth and CM Punk's rivalry is them just taking a back seat and just hyping up their women.
It's good because, as I said, it hasn't been hitting.
It hasn't.
That's why we're at this point. So let's talk about actually the match that will happen between them. What are your thoughts? Do you think it will be a good match? Do you like the promos coming?
I like the build up to it.
Yeah.
I enjoy the build up to it. Again, it's hyping the women. It's putting the women in a different kind of context, rather than it just being the same old, stuff that happens in the past. A lot of people may argue that it is kind of male led, but you have to respect these women for the work that they have done, their repertoire and their catalogue of work that they have done in the past.
Yeah.
This is just another day for them. Do
Yeah.
you get what I'm saying?
But
this is bringing not reality, but there is also just bringing a realness to wrestling.
Yeah.
They are both matured women.
Yeah.
We've seen them grow. Part of their personality is the fact that they are the ones that, despite one being heel, one being face, they love their family.
Yeah.
They love the people who love them close to them, but it's not the center of the thing. It's something that's there. We know that this is a married couple and a micro, but who doesn't love this?
So, I would argue that this is the best thing for AJ to start out with, because we need, again, it's been 10 years. And of course we heard that was sort of a focal point on Monday Night Raw. It's been 10 years. I'm not expecting AJ to have a one-on-one match with Becky Lynch. We need, this allows, equal time separate, we need her to sort of slowly feel herself in, and then maybe this hopefully will, because my main thing is longevity. So after this, what's happening?
After this is definitely going to be AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch for that Intercontinental
Do you
title.
think?
100%.
Okay.
100%.
As long as that happens.
From the minute that she left that
She picked that belt
up and she's making it her own.
Yeah.
So we definitely know. And we always know that the history of the Intercontinental title is always a fighting championship.
Yeah.
And for legends to come back and want to have a shot at that championship, have that legacy with that championship, I think is perfect.
Yeah.
I love that for them. And I want more legends, and I want more people I want more women in the past to be able to come back to have that opportunity to have in their accolades that they have this championship that's not just divas, is not just women's, that it is they have a different catalogue of championships. They have the Intercontinentals, they have the heavyweight championship under their repertoire, because it just gives them a different dynamic.
R.I.P. the US.
RSVP. We don't even. I can't even believe that the US Championship is not even considered to this. That championship was Chelsea Green's championship, man. Julia.
Because I'd argue that could have, if Becky hadn't won it, you could argue that could have been the lineup for the US, especially with Chelsea. It made more sense.
But the thing is, I've spoken about this before. I feel like the Intercontinental Championship is always the fighting championship.
Yes, we've agreed on that before.
The US Championship is very gimmicky.
Yeah.
It's very entertaining. It's very, if you look at the past holders of the US Championship, it's always been the loud showboaty guys. Like, you think of the John Cenas, the Mr. Kennedys, the MVPs, the even LA Knights. You think of
Well, and what I'm saying is we could be using both.
We could be using both.
We could be using both for these opportunities. Then also, the thing is, what Becky is doing with the belt is great, but we are also now missing the opportunity of why we introduced these belts.
Yeah, that's true.
In the first place.
That's
Not
true.
saying I do enjoy it, but I just feel bad for actually. The whole point was to ensure that the roster had more than, well, I was about to say more than two championships to fight over. And now the mid-card, there's no mid-card anymore.
There's no mid-card.
So, yeah. But other than that, yeah, I'm enjoying it, and proof that AJ can still sell, because she sold that manhandle. I hate that name. She sold that
manhandle slam. God.
She sold that well. So yeah, no, I am intrigued. One thing that I sort of wish they were doing, because once again, I've mentioned before that you kind of needed this storyline because Seth and CM Punk hasn't been hitting. So why can't they put the titles on the line?
That's a good question, actually.
I don't expect Punk and AJ Lee to win if the titles on the line. It would be fresh if they did. Why can't they put the titles on the line? And don't say it's not been done before, because I distinctly remember, even though there wasn't another title on the line, I remember Edge and Kelly versus Lay Cool, and who was it? Who was the other person? Was it Dolph Ziggler?
Probably.
Or something. But the World Heavyweight title was on the line.
But then again, look at the names you're saying.
No, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Look at the names you're saying.
I'm just saying that it was on the line, and the whole point was that if Kelly got pinned, then Edge would lose and stuff. I'm just thinking, spice it up a bit.
But I think, again, they just need that longevity. They need to be able to kind of fill up the space, because if they do it too early, remember there's some events happening on the way, which we will get to.
Yeah.
They need that pop.
But then they don't need to. Oh, so yeah, for them to win and stuff.
They need to be able to keep those titles on them until.
Well, you think Seth's gonna keep it all the way till then?
I think Seth is gonna keep it until then.
If not to 27.
No, to 26.
To 26, I was going to say.
Remember,
when you said what's coming up, I thought, okay.
What's coming up? Royal Rumble 2026. Where's that being held?
Exactly. Saudi.
Which we will now move on to the Saudi acquisition. of the WWE.
Okay. So, as we know, it has been officially confirmed. We had known a little bit for a while, but over time, there were little rumblings, little press images.
There was little rumblings.
And then suddenly, there was an announcement. I think for us, it was 6 p.m. And they were, they were edging their way towards it, but we already knew. So, WrestleMania, what number is this one? 43?
43.
WrestleMania 43 will officially be held in Saudi Arabia. I was about to say Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia. I can reveal from PW Insider, it has been reported that the possible deal is around $200 million.
$200 million.
$200 million. And if you think about the full total, if you include the Royal Rumble, this means this is a major double bill pay-per-view deal for $300 million.
Damn. Saudi got it like that.
So,
wowee.
There are multiple things and multiple factors.
Damn.
And multiple questions.
First of all, obviously, a lot of people are upset because they believe that the first international one should have been in the UK.
Let's specify the first one. It's technically international, but the first one outside of North America, because Canada is still international.
It's still international,
but the first one outside of North American territory should have been the UK, and France was sort of popping up here and there as well. I'm gonna be a bitch. You can't be annoyed about something you didn't think was going to happen.
Listen. From the time that Sadiq Khan held that little that keyring title, we just knew that plans just did not go underway.
They've been talking about this thing for years, and there's, of course,
John Cena went on live television.
But you know what? That's just John Cena being John Cena. I knew that. It's just John Cena likes the UK. He loves the UK. So for me, it's just him doing his promo and him trying to rile people up. But personally, there was always hope, but I think if they wanted to do it, they would have done it a while ago. Like, they used to have exclusive UK pay-per-views. You're telling me that they couldn't... SummerSlam, before even Wembley Stadium is this Wembley Stadium that we know now, they had a whole SummerSlam. You're telling me that they didn't want to do it? Like... Again,
remember, Wembley is tainted in their eyes.
Oh, it's now tainted.
It's now tainted
because someone has acquired it.
Somebody acquired Wembley twice.
That's another thing. Okay, in the back of my mind, the moment AEW announced the first All In the back of my mind, I was like,
Triple H got the ick.
I was like, WWE ain't doing it, because the only place I could fathom a WrestleMania is Wembley, for the history of it and the history of Wembley, the fact that they had SummerSlam. In fact, I don't even know why we haven't even had a SummerSlam. We should have had a SummerSlam. On the anniversary 2027. We should have a SummerSlam. But so I've just always kind of known. I've always hoped, but I've always kind of known, because number one, it's a lot of money, and I just don't see. I think it's because people were saying, oh yeah, the Prime Minister. I was like, what? No, it's not down to him. It will be down to Sadiq or just the mayor of the Greater London Authority. I just don't see them putting that much money.
Yeah.
And they've been doing it. The thing is, they are obsessed with the NFL right now, and now NBA. I think to them that's just more mainstream, and that's where they can willingly put money at. It doesn't mean that WWE wouldn't reach that mainstream, because the argument is that the rest of Europe would come most likely. But I just didn't see it, because like, especially the moment Saudi, from the moment like he who cannot be named first brought a Saudi deal, I was like, all that money. All that money. So yeah, it's not to say that I didn't think it could happen. I just didn't think it was likely. There's still a chance.
There's still a chance.
There's still a chance.
But I think that the chance is low, because apparently it's down to the highest bidder now, because WrestleMania, it's always gonna be down to the highest bidder. Like I said, if Gambia put in 2.4 billion, we would have had The Rock in a Banjo bongo backyard match. Like, do you get what I'm saying?
Well, let's even talk about that, because there's been loads of different predictions, and it had me thinking, they changed. New Orleans won a bid to host WrestleMania. They were set to host WrestleMania. WWE saw how much money they made from Las Vegas, removed that bid from someone who already won it and put money towards it, and put it back in Vegas. They've now given Saudi Arabia, on the basis of money, another big event. Who's to say that it now won't be, like, big events like WrestleMania and SummerSlam won't be now exclusive to Vegas and Saudi Arabia? And the reason why they're trying to push WrestlePalooza into this big thing is to, you know, allow that to be moved around. What do you think? I don't know. Do you think? Because I wouldn't be surprised if WrestleMania 44 was in Vegas again. I'm not going to lie.
I wouldn't be surprised.
You and I were both there. The money I spent.
The money that you spent, and like the kind of like, WrestleMania.
Vegas just sucked money out of us.
It literally, and it's such a bigger kind of like economical sort of like way of thinking about it, because it's not just, you know, WrestleMania happening in one spot. The amount of opportunities and the amount of people that fly in for such an event, number one, the money that goes into local businesses, number two, the other talent that comes in and wants to come and be around, get that WrestleMania sort of like
I'm really
coverage.
worried about the indie talent.
Now, the indie talent is going to suffer in Saudi. And I think that's probably one of the reasons why WWE has kind of like gone for Saudi, because
they can monopolize
fully monopolize.
Wow.
They can monopolize fully.
So WrestleMania is like, to me, WrestleMania is about wrestling.
But to them it's not.
Yeah, I know. Well, yeah, it wouldn't be.
It's always like, you know what? Yeah, I always remind people that WWE is business first.
Yeah, for sure. It's not family
orientated anymore. Like, we saw that video of that kid saying to what's his name, Nick Khan.
Oh, the Nick Khan.
Like, the wrestling,
openly talking about it.
Right, what's it called? The wrestling tickets is number one, that the wrestling tickets are too expensive, and he was like, I know. And the fact that he who should not be named was more focused, even though, like, again, the atrocities, but he was more focused on it being on a family kind of.
Yeah, it was
accessible.
a family show.
But now, it's none of that. It's really,
you got to win the lottery, guys.
You got to win the lottery. You got to put in the highest bid. It's always going to be a big business first, especially with TKO. They want their profits.
I could have gone on 2 European holidays with the amount that we paid for WrestleMania.
The amount that we paid for WrestleMania, we could have been on 2 European holidays. And again, biggest gate. That's
every
all they
time.
want.
That's all. Oh my God! Think of the announcements. Let's also talk about the other, should I say caveat or concern? The women. We saw them at the press conference. Yeah. What are your thoughts about the women and how they will be not only presented in Saudi Arabia, but necessarily treated by fans due to previous pay-per-views where the fans don't necessarily seem to care?
I'm hoping that it could be a two-way street here. I'm hoping that because that they are women, they will provide proper due diligence, especially in a country that is very, very
male
focused.
Yes,
I'm hoping that they will up the security measures. I will hope that they will put the women forward.
Yeah.
But again, I feel like even with the predictions that have been going on, like, yes, we've been talking about these Dubai Dream matches. Yes, I know that Dubai and Saudi Arabia are not the same. But
this is a running gag on this podcast.
But, you know, even though we've been talking about the Dubai Dream matches, they have been all male focused.
Yeah.
Women have completely been erased in these whole kind of like...
I didn't see any... Like, everyone's predictions of the matches, I did not see one female match listed.
And like, this is
there
why...
were legends there as well.
There were legends. This is why I think AJ Lee's return is a bigger thing than that is an important thing, because her and Becky, Charlotte and Alexa Bliss, Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair, unfortunately, maybe not so much Bianca Belair, but these are the women that can potentially be on that card. Do you know what I mean?
I'm even trying to think of the past. So we've had an Elimination Chamber. I'm trying to remember the people that... Liv will be one of those people. She comes into my head. Lita had a Saudi match,
yeah.
There hasn't been that many women's Saudi matches until recently. So all those women who've been there, hopefully they've, you know, left an impression. This is another thing as well. Sorry to just dip away from the women, but it's just appeared in my head. The disruption of storyline.
There's going to be
because they are desperate to throw money at legends to come. And then I'm bringing it back to the women. So disruption of storylines, because certain women may be the only people who can go or who are willing to go. So that's another thing as well. How are WWE going to now plan that trajectory? I'm also really worried about like the Royal Rumble just a bit. They're going to be like an hour and a bit in those catsuits. I hope they've like figured out material or like better, more breathable material. Because I still remember that interview. Liv said like when she took hers off, it was like a gallon of water just fell out. Like you can get really dehydrated.
Get really dehydrated on that. So it's just, it's something to definitely take away from and have a think about in terms of, I know that we're saying it's just like, oh, the women, like the women's well-being in terms of how these events will happen is definitely something to talk about. And we'd love to hear your thoughts about what the women, like how it is going to play out in Saudi with the women.
Yeah.
But it's like I said, there's just this is why I said AJ Lee's return is a lot more, is a catalyst to the conversation, because how obviously the pop that she received, she is probably one of the few women who's ever received a reception like this,
like
with
a pop like that
with her return. So how are they, like, hopefully this is one that opens the floodgates for opportunities in women in Saudi.
Fingers crossed. But then also just going back to AJ Lee, and then seeing, you know, AJ Lee, Nikki Bella, the return of Trish, the return of Lita, that whole thing about women not being, women having to retire early. We're now seeing women who are mothers, women who are in their 40s returning and doing what they used to do, which is really nice. So the return of AJ Lee signifies that as well. There's a rejuvenation on the term ageism in wrestling. But yeah.
Which I love. But yeah, obviously, Saudi Mania, sorry to the UK.
Quickly on that. That just because she said sorry to the UK, it's had me thinking, loads of people were talking about how the UK deserved a WrestleMania. And I want to pinpoint on the word deserve and question whether actually why does the UK actually deserve a WrestleMania? Because, and I say this because to me it almost dehumanizes, I can't believe I'm doing this, it dehumanizes the fans in Saudi Arabia.
It does. But do you also want, I think obviously this is my political theory coming in, my political theory thinking. It's a sense of hegemonic entitlement.
Oh, here we go. Yes, I'm ready.
honestly, I think definitely, like we said, obviously we are going through a very, very politicized thing right now. We're in a stage where politics is playing a lot of, like...
It's in your face.
It's in your face. And a lot of things that are not supposed to be politicized are being politicized. And this goes down to views, this goes down to history, this goes down to just a lot of factors. Now, the reason why I believe that people have this kind of unconscious bias why when America gets thing, the next person in line is the UK because of the hegemonic powers.
Yeah.
The US, if we're talking about, like I said, hegemonic powers, and for those who don't know, hegemonic power just means the biggest superpower in the world. So
that's a great short-term way to describe it.
It literally, but obviously it's a political theory that people should look into. I'll explain more hegemonic powers who are considered the hegemonic powers in the world right now. So if we're talking about who in terms is the power, is the US. Now normally second in line is seen as the UK because of
Europe.
because of that colonialism history, being able to take
the
over
West.
So generally the West. So definitely people they see the next people in line as the UK. It just should be the UK because it's the UK. Because historically the UK was the hegemonic power where that's why everybody has.
And to just quickly add to that before you go on, no one, whenever I saw a tweet saying that the UK deserved it, no one could list a fact as to why. Continue.
So that's why I believe theoretically political theory comes into this, because we all have that unconscious bias. Because if you think about who the next hegemonic power is, we're talking China. We're talking China. Do you ever see... You don't see a WrestleMania happening in China.
Well, they tried to do a PC.
They tried to,
and we had some Chinese stars, and it's not worked out.
It's not worked out because of conflicting theories.
I argue if WWE figured out a deal with China, people would be pissed if China got a WrestleMania too.
People would be very pissed because of that. But then they will mostly think of it because of the conflicting political theories. Communist China. Capitalist America. So
also in general views on the Middle East.
Exactly that.
So
because of the relationship and the past so why should the US bypass the UK and then go straight to the Middle East that they've had tensions with so much? And then on top of that, if you think about the next hegemonic power after China, it's India.
Yes, although they're not going to say it.
They're not going to say it. But because Saudi is such a growing power in itself in the Middle East, they are the hegemonic power of the Middle East.
Oh, yeah.
They've bypassed all of these people. So why should we... That's the best way.
That is a really great way to put it. That's a great way to put it. And then, of course, conflating with views on the Middle East, historical aspects, blah, blah, blah. So, I just want to say, actually, I think we need to be a bit more respectful to, as much as I complain, like, oh, they only want, legends. They want to see Undertaker versus Big Bang Bigger.
Shawn Michaels already said, cut. I'm not involved in one way or another. You guys need to leave me alone.
They're out.
He said, I'm out.
But I think we have to forget about the business leads and blah, blah, blah. We need to think these fans are human. And they are fans too. And they enjoy the same thing you do. And this must feel amazing to them. Let them celebrate.
I think, again, the concerns more so, obviously, we think of it from a fan point of view. Because obviously we think of it as bottom up. They think of it as top down. So they're thinking about the Saudi government, what the Saudi government has done in the past.
Those are all great. I absolutely agree. You should think about that. But a lot of the comments were just like, well, they don't deserve it. And I'm just like, but who is deserving of a WrestleMania?
The highest bidder.
At this point, it really is the highest bidder. I hate it, but it's the highest bidder. Because, you can't just say the UK is deserving because their chants are better.
What? Because what? I said...
If that's the case, then the WrestleMania shouldn't be in the US anyway.
Literally, I said, there's really no kind of factual argument as to why the UK deserves it all, because what John Cena said it one time, we've got the best crowds. And
if I did have to give a factual argument, it would be the contribution that the UK scene has willingly given to the US and US wrestling. UK scene basically sacrificed themselves at this point. And then the working relationship in wrestling with WWE and the UK historically, Insurrection, SummerSlam and all of that stuff, and UK wrestlers. Those are the only facts
And the hegemonic powers.
And well, yes. No, as in like in terms of like people saying deserving.
Okay, cool.
Those are the facts if you're really wanting to align facts. I did not see any of that. I saw the UK makes better chance.
But other
Our
than
chants
that,
are even getting a little bit stale.
Literally.
We need to change it up.
guys, like I said, as soon as I saw Sadiq Khan hold that key ring,
It was tiny, wasn't it?
That tiny key ring thing, we weren't getting WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Like we were even here talking about how it could be in the Tottenham Stadium because that's the only one that is covered, and they've got NFL deals as well.
Tottenham's not covered. Oh, is it retractable?
It's a retractable.
Okay.
Yeah. Other than that, yeah, I think definitely we should think of it. Like, I understand that the points in terms of who deserves and who doesn't, but at this point you have to understand, it's a business. They're gonna go. Like I said, if Congo if Nigeria put 6.4 billion and said let's do WrestleMania in Lagos,
you know what? Move it to Abuja. It'll be peaceful.
Can
any of us even make it to the stadium in that traffic?
The minute Triple H lands
in that traffic,
that lands in the airport,
he will be in that nice terminal 2, please. He will be in that nice terminal 2 where there's nice aircon and there's chill.
Oh my god!
But mate, they got traffic. Before I could even get to Lekki Face.
They won't even make it. What's it called? They won't even make it to that stadium on time. But anyway.
Oh, they have to go there 2 days before.
Literally. But as you know, guys, we're always open to your thoughts. Let us know what you think about Saudi Mania, what you think about and how it kind of like relates to AJ Lee's return. But also, like I said, political theory is very important. We cannot deny the political kind of connection and how WWE has politicized themselves. You have to
I'd
take
argue
into
they were
consideration.
always political.
They always,
you just didn't see it. It's just that they're now being brazen with it, but it was always there.
Super brazen with it. But yeah. I'll tell you who's not going to Saudi Mania. Andrade is not going to Saudi Mania.
What a lie.
What a turn of events.
Oh, fun. Okay. Andrade. So,
how many times did you say your name?
Ooh, the same amount of times he's moved from different promotion to promotion.
one right to another, boy.
So when reports first came out, I thought they were a little bit conflicting. So we first got Andrade apparently ghosted WWE and they couldn't contact him. We then got press saying WWE released him over a disciplinary issue, but that wasn't drug or alcohol related. We then got more press saying that he actually had a wellness policy violation during his previous run and was suspended without pay, and that there may have been plans for like a AAA run in there. And then Andrade did his own press by tweeting, thank you, WWE. So, what is it? What is it? I don't know. He's such a brilliant wrestler. People will separate it into two things. Is it because they didn't use him enough, or is it because he has an attitude problem?
Because when we look back at AEW,
yeah, go on. Because
the same thing happened,
thing,
but not from a disciplinary. Well, I guess from a disciplinary point of view.
Remind me what happened.
So, I am just paraphrasing here. I don't know the facts completely because it happened such a long time ago, and I've been in this WWE bubble since. Yeah.
Sorry.
So basically, along the same lines where he had a disciplinary action in terms of there was fighting in the locker room.
Oh.
Where so he was suspended for quite a bit, and they had problems they had problems backstage.
Right.
Just wasn't cooperative. Obviously just left and turned up in the E. But that's just putting it very loosely.
Very loosely.
Please, somebody correct me. I haven't got the actual facts, but again,
the
same lines.
It's a shame because then
it was even a joke that basically Andrade is basically trying to get himself fired
so that he could be with his at the time wife, now ex-wife. Yeah, no, because that was literally in my head that he was just trying to get himself fired.
Yeah,
so they can work in the same company again. I want to argue that it's less of the attitude problem, and the reason why I say this, and WWE really just did not use him.
They didn't use
and
him.
I think that could fuel an attitude problem if you're not able, if you're not able to showcase your craft,
if you're promised something
and you don't get it, and also Booker T, for once, I was actually kind of agreeing with him. Booker T, I don't want to focus on, because I feel like that this might not be the case, but it could contribute. Obviously, English isn't his first language, so things can be misconstrued.
Yeah.
And so that could always be interpreted as an attitude problem. So there's that. But I really do look at WWE and say, you didn't use him.
You didn't utilize him enough. And for me, it was very confusing in the sense that I understand that obviously he was supposed to partner up with Ray Phoenix, and they were supposed to go on and do big things in AAA.
Yeah.
So he was considered in the AAA aspect.
Maybe he doesn't want to be
Maybe
in AAA.
he doesn't want to, because again, when you look at Andrade's past, he's always kind of been in a tag team. So maybe he just wanted that kind of solo run of greatness. When you look at someone like Penta, who's come in and is getting all these kind of solo, because I think for me, I could be reaching here, because obviously Ray Phoenix and Penta are brothers. They have such a powerful dynamic when it comes to tag team. Penta is getting to do what he wants to do.
Yeah.
When it should be really Penta and Ray Phoenix being able to go and,
together.
do
I
things
have
together.
considered,
So for you to put Andrade to fill in that space where Penta is doing great things,
because they see it. This is down to personality again, isn't it? Because they're both really good, but Penta has this extra spice that can give him that run as a solo star.
Which, by the way, WWE recently put a list saying even though I don't know why they've called it emotes, taunts.
Oh yeah, this whole emote thing.
Emotes thing. I was just like, it's taunts, guys. For the old heads here, it's taunts. Who had the best taunts? Like the top 25, I think.
Yeah.
And Penta's already made a name for himself.
Yeah.
So he's already, and you didn't see Andrade on that list. You didn't see Ray Phoenix on that list.
Well, Andrade's run is always a blur to me.
Yeah.
And I don't think the fans really appreciated him until he was in the ring. He never really got pops.
Yeah.
They haven't really... Please do remind me, when Andrade first came to the WWE, who was his speaker? Who was his... He had a
Wasn't it
ring...
a lady?
Yeah, who was it?
I forgot her name. Something like Carmen...
But someone was there.
Someone was there. His mouthpiece. He had a mouthpiece.
He had a mouthpiece.
He had a team.
Why couldn't they... Because that clearly worked.
I mean,
because
they
I
all got
remember that a
released.
bit more.
They all got released.
I know.
Yeah.
He did. I've forgotten her name. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a shame. And I want to know where he ends up. People are saying CMLL. Ugh, I can't say it.
CMLL.
Yeah. People were saying that, and
I think he's definitely not going back to AEW.
Oh God, no!
I don't think AEW will take him that, because now it goes down the line of professionalism, which is sad, because again, it doesn't really show him in a professional light.
No, he's like burnt bridges.
Yeah, so maybe he might go down, but who knows? These lot are going down to TNA.
You know what? TNA take him.
TNA.
Wait. Maybe WWE will be like, no.
No, but do
they have influence?
I don't think they have influence, because people that have been released from the WWE have gone into TNA.
Okay.
Yeah. So
they just have influence over Alberto Del Rio, yeah?
Yeah. And honestly, I think TNA, him in the X division.
Oh.
Perfect. Well,
against Leon Slater.
Our TNA correspondent.
Oh, me? Again?
Yes, in the hot seat.
Should I get it tattooed on my forehead?
You should. So the TNA correspondent, what do you think? How do you think he will fit in the TNA roster?
This is embarrassing because I don't watch TNA that currently anymore. However, Leon Slater is currently the X Division champion.
Andrade versus
that would be a great match.
Fantastic
that would, and you
match.
know what? Bring back some of those gimmicks. I want an Ultimate X match. No, I think it would fit in well.
I think he would fit in well.
I think it would fit in well. There's a lot of talent. He's just a phenomenal wrestler. But
he just needs that je ne sais quoi.
Yeah. That's what I have to say.
That's all I have to say. Speaking of AEW, which the company that he will not be going to, we are going to be looking at AEW All Out Predictions.
It's a fight. All Out versus WrestlePOOza.
WrestlePalooza versus
Hit
AEW.
me. Tell me what's happening in AEW.
Cool. So All Out is happening on Saturday, September the 20th.
I need to figure out how I'm going to watch that.
I don't know how I'm going to watch WrestlePalooza, but it's going to be a wrestling filled weekend, which I
have a dinner. Love. And they moved it forward. I wish they fought. AEW fight. I don't care because WWE is doing this on purpose. I can't. Me, a WWE fan, they're doing this on purpose. You should have fought. You should have kept it at the time. Mm-hmm. Why have you moved it earlier?
Who knows?
Anyway,
the first match we've got is Adam Copeland, Edge, and Christian versus FTR. I think it's going to be a good match. I am enjoying Adam Copeland and Christian Cage together.
Wait, I'm trying to remember from Forbidden Door. Is there a title involved?
No, there's no title involved.
Okay. It's just
a tag team match.
Okay. Forgive me, people, AEW fans, because I don't always know. Is it possible that they could win Adam and Edge over FTR?
I think so. I think they're going on a currently good run now.
As a tag team
again. As a tag team, and the chemistry is always there. They are a team. Christian is just so over right now.
He's daddy.
And the pop that they will get. FTR, obviously, greatest tag team ever with Stokely. But I think definitely we're going for Adam Copeland. I'm going for Adam Copeland.
Okay, yeah, because that's what's in my head as well. I think it'd be a brilliant match. Great. A good, assuming it's opening, a good opener.
Good opening. They opened for Forbidden Door and that was an amazing pop. So obviously it was great. Then we've got the Hurt Syndicate versus Ricochet and Gates of Agony, Bishop, which is Khan, and Toa Leona. So the build up from Forbidden Door, obviously,
with what happened,
with that crap ending, I still stand to this day that ending was absolute stinking pants. So obviously it seems to be a build up from there, and they're trying to get their vengeance on them.
Right. I'm just gonna give it to the Hurt Syndicate because I like their theme song.
We hurt people.
Sorry.
But obviously, the Gates of Agony and Ricochet have been causing problems for the Hurt Syndicate.
Yeah, Ricochet is on a run of his lifetime.
He's enjoying...
This isn't the same person I know.
Do you know what? He's enjoying AEW. Yeah. I give it to him. Light-skinned kingpin.
He's become a mark.
He's become an absolute marksman.
What did you call him? Light-skinned kingpin?
That's what he calls himself. That's what he calls himself. Light-skinned kingpin. So...
I'm dead.
Yeah, man. Obviously, Ricochet hilarious. And Gates of Agony cost them the titles, so makes sense that they are ready to get their vengeance at All Out. The way Hurt Syndicate is doing politics, the ending for this, I'm not too sure. I think there's going to be shenanigans involved. I doubt that this is going to end clean.
Okay.
I think something nonsense is going to happen.
Is this to do with the backstage stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, so interesting about that. I listened to, I don't know who it was with, but MVP was speaking. And I don't know if he was trying to say it as an excuse, but it made perfect sense to me. Him not coming to Forbidden Door is because he's been in jail.
Oh.
So, passport issues.
Yeah. Because you can't...
So maybe it's not... I know there was previous backstage politics before, but maybe it's not as far-fetched as we think.
But then also, when I look at Gates of Agony, they are not a developing tag team. They are a young tag team.
Right.
And
give them the
MVP has said that he would rather them lose to boost up.
Yeah.
So them, for example, losing to like FTR, that's out of this world.
Yeah.
Because FTR, what more?
But everyone else,
they're more than happy to. So I'm very intrigued with how this match will end. I'm not. Do you know what? The Hurt Syndicate, brilliant tag team. Ricochet, obviously brilliant athlete. Gates of Agony, very good looking tag team. So it could go either way. But I'm very intrigued. In terms of the match quality, I don't doubt that it will be a good match.
Yeah.
But in terms of the match ending, that's where I'm very
like, what's going to happen?
What's going to happen.
Okay.
Then we've got Mercedes Moné versus Hijo for the TBS Championship. And I honestly think this might be Riho is one of the few people that can dethrone Mercedes Moné.
I was thinking that's where you were going.
Yeah.
Will they pull that trigger?
Will they pull that trigger? I'm not sure. But Riho is probably one of the few people who can dethrone Mercedes Moné.
I still like your theory of her losing the other belts. I think it would be weird for the first belt for her to lose is the TBS.
Yeah.
I think that should be the last belt
That should be
loses.
the last belt she loses.
But
Ooh, I like that one.
Because for me it's like it was your theory.
Yeah.
She has to like not for her to go insane, but like, you know, as she loses each one,
She gets more and
she
more.
gets more and more erratic.
Yeah.
And then the one that she should really be holding tightly is the TBS because that's what started this whole thing. And if she loses that, well, or maybe you could say the opposite effect. Losing the TBS is what unravels the whole thing.
Yeah.
So who knows?
Because then losing the TBS championship will make her appreciate the other championships more. Because if we look at the optics of the TBS championship, that's the one that she holds the highest right now in her repertoire.
It's in everyone's face.
Everybody else is
there.
there, it's here, it's everywhere. But because she holds the TBS championship so dear and close to her heart, and again, the optics is that is the one that they announced, the TBS championship. They don't announce anybody else.
Yeah.
So maybe she loses the TBS championship, and then she goes on to be able to be like, you know what, I'm gonna start holding these championships more, because then the next one will probably be the CMLL one,
Blah, blah,
and
blah, blah, blah.
again maybe she loses that, and then the next one, and then the next one, and then the next one, until it's time to get.
Okay, yeah. I don't know who's gonna win this one.
Yeah.
But I would like to go with your theory
I'd like to see again. They have so many chances to pull that trigger,
and they haven't. So
hopefully this is the time. And then we've got MJF versus Mark Briscoe in a tables and thumbtacks match. Which
could they give it to Mark Briscoe?
I think they should give it to Mark Briscoe.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think they
Perfect.
should.
In my head, Mark Briscoe should be the pioneer of this match.
Yeah, he should. But who knows?
They might be like, MJF, here's your win because you just got married. Here's your wedding present. Can you imagine?
Imagine. And then we've got Timeless Toni Storm versus Jamie Hayter versus Chris Statlander versus Thekla, a 4-way match for the AEW World Women's Championship. Which, can I firstly say?
Yeah, go on.
One thing about Toni Storm is she's going to put that title on the line.
Yeah.
There has not been one instance where Toni Storm has not put that title on the line.
For sure.
And you know what? I respect it.
She's the AEW queen. She has recently declared that she will not leave.
She will not leave. She would retire in AEW.
So here we go. I have given up. And I don't know who will be the person to pull the trigger. It's not clear to me anymore. I had so many predictions. I don't know anymore. I don't know. Because they might just let her keep it.
They might just let her keep it, but I mean, the odds are in favour for Jamie Hayter.
I was going to say Jamie Hayter is the strongest out of all of them. Jamie Hayter would be who I would possibly go for. But I just don't know, because every time I think they don't. It's not clear to me. So let's just see what happens.
That's an interesting match. This one, do you know what? I'll keep this one to the end because I'm actually looking forward to this match the most.
Okay. So it's not the main event, heads up.
So that is actually the main event.
Oh, it is? Oh, okay,
yeah,
my bad.
But okay, so we've got a 3-way match for the AEW Unified Championship. We've got Okada versus Takeshita versus Mascara Dorada or the Beast Mortals. That's to be declared.
Can I just give it to the Beast Mortals because I find him attractive?
Because you find him attractive. You want to see him and Mercedes do power couple with their titles.
Just doing CEO.
With her 10 million titles and his
I
one.
want them to build a wrestling legacy.
Literally.
But it will be Okada.
The belts are their babies.
Can you imagine? It'd be Okada.
It's going to be Okada.
Yeah, it'll be Okada.
Though Takeshita
is a possibility.
Is a possibility. I mean, we never forget.
Never,
G1
rule him
climax.
out. I know, never rule him out. It'll be Okada.
Yeah. And then we've got Eddie Kingston versus Big Bill. Eddie Kingston made his return.
Yeah.
Oh
nice
my
to
God,
see.
it's nice to see. I'm not even going to talk too much on this match because I just want to see Eddie Kingston do Eddie Kingston things.
Stuff, yeah.
And just be Eddie Kingston again. And then obviously we have the 4-way ladder match for the AEW World Tag Team Championship, but obviously that is to be declared. Let us know which teams you think are going to be on that card. And then finally we've got Hangman Adam Page versus Cal Fletcher
Adam
for
Page,
the
we know.
AEW World Championship.
We know, but it will be a good match.
I am super, super, super proud of Kyle Fletcher.
Oh yeah, no, for
the
sure.
come up from having an injured tag team partner to be able to catapult yourself into the AEW title scene and do it in such a way where you've made such a name for yourself and you've brought prominence to yourself. I'm looking forward to that match. I think that match is gonna slap. I think obviously Hangman Adam Page is walking away with the championship.
I don't know how to do this thing properly.
But well done to you, Kyle Fletcher, man.
Yeah,
well done to you.
Yeah.
Well done.
Have a fun time. You will still lose, but have a fun time.
Have a fun time, man. Just enjoy it. Just
soak in that aura.
Soak in the aura. Do as much aura farming as you can, bro.
Mate.
And then now we move on to WrestlePalooza and Triple H. So obviously we've mentioned...
It's 5 matches, right?
We've mentioned 2 billion matches that are happening.
This is 5 matches, right?
This is 5 matches
break the curse.
And dusted.
Break the curse. I can't believe I was like, AEW is too long. WWE, it's like they just won't let no one else could have a build. Just put 6. Just put 6. It's okay. It's okay.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
It's okay.
Okay, so we have got Skye versus Stephanie Velcro.
They finally signed the contract. I don't know what was going on with that. I think Stephanie
is taking it. Stephanie is taking this championship.
I think Stephanie will
take
it.
And Skye are going to put on such a banger.
It'll be a banger of a match. The thing is, Naomi versus Stephanie would still have been a banger too. I don't care what any of you guys say. It would have been a banger and Naomi would have won that match. I don't care what anyone... Like, the run that Naomi was having, she would have won that match.
She would have won that match.
In this case, it'll be Stephanie. Stephanie's going to win and I really hope they keep it on her for a while.
For a long time.
In fact, I hope they keep it on her till Naomi comes back and starts all that stuff again. So Stephanie.
Mm-hmm. Boy. Skye versus Stephanie Vakur. I can't wait.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Oh, wait. Is there a chance that...
I know where you're getting into.
Oh, okay.
Ask away.
Interference... We got our girl Asuka causing some issues, and Kairi is just looking like she has a dilemma every 5 seconds and she doesn't know what to do, which could mean Io loses because of that, because they think they were doing something right but they were wrong.
And then we get Io versus Asuka. All the time that you people have been asking for is finally coming. It's finally coming.
The seeds have been sown.
And they've put
So
pesticides. They've put genetics. They've put what's it called? GMOs in it. The tomatoes are about to be looking
under pesticides. They put the plant grower
genetically
modified.
Added
some water. And it's blooming.
It's more than blooming. We're about to get a crop for the next 600 years.
Oh, yo.
Bro.
Oh, my God. You know that would save World Dunk.
Literally. Because the way you guys are starving for Io versus Asuka, you are finally going to get it.
It will happen.
You know what? In fact, Triple H run the track.
Run the track and run our chats.
Asuka, I'm telling you now, Asuka, go and interfere.
Okay.
Go and interfere. Then we've got the Usos versus The Vision.
Okay, so does this officially mean that Jey Uso is not a single wrestler anymore, or is this a one-time thing?
I'm hoping it's a one-time thing. I want my yeet back.
You want yeet back?
I want my thing yeet back. But it's kind of sad.
Will they come out together even?
Oh my God! Imagine they come out together with their old.
I just
entrance.
can't. Do you think?
I
think that they will let. I think they will let Jay come out with his entrance, and they'll let Jimmy come out, and then they'll play the old Uso theme after. But they want that. They love capitalizing on that yeet.
They love yeet.
It sounds so sad because they should be a cohesive unit, but the moment yeet came into WWE is just like they heard yeet. They didn't hear yeet. They heard the money.
They heard here comes the money.
So who was it against? Sorry.
So The Vision, Bronson Reed versus Braun Breaker.
Oh, they might give it to the Usos for a feel-good moment, but if they want to create longevity with the feud, they'll give it to the Visionary. And they might give it to the Visionary because...
Division.
Oh, why am I calling it the Visionary?
They might give it to Seth Rollins.
They might give it to Seth. They might give it to the Vision so that CM Punk and AJ Lee can beat Seth and Becky, and so like there's at least one win for that stable. They might.
But remember,
I don't
this
know.
is before that match, so
No, I know. So yeah,
shenanigans can happen.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Oh my God. Speaking of which, imagine. Obviously, we're gonna go on to see it because the next match is CM Punk, AJ Lee, and Seth Rollins versus Becky Lynch. Imagine.
Have we missed the match?
No, that is the next match.
Oh shoot.
Yeah.
Okay.
So imagine like they make their interferences and then CM Punk and AJ Lee create their own little stable of minions.
What would be that stable?
Well, it wouldn't be Roxanne.
No,
would it?
Rhea Ripley might come out.
Rhea Ripley might come out.
Because we also need to that Australia pay-per-view is coming.
Yeah.
Well, but this is why I again Asuka interfering, because I think Io will turn to Rhea as a friend. There'll be something
there's
involved.
been something brewing
I
up
don't know
between
what.
them.
I'm enjoying it because again we're getting different women's storylines, and that's all I've ever wanted. There's whatever they're trying to brew, they're brewing it, and I will drink
Bubble,
it.
toil and trouble. That's what I want. That's what I want to see. I want to see that cooking.
Oh my god!
But yeah, next then we've
love
got
the Shakespearean quotes.
next we've got CM Punk and AJ Lee versus Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch.
So, as I said earlier, because the belts are not on the line, and like you said, they want the pop, they'll give it to CM Punk and AJ, because they're never going to give that belt to CM Punk. So they need to give CM Punk this win in some way. And Seth and Becky will be fine if they lost. It's not going to affect them.
Yeah. Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship.
Oh, no wonder I was so confused. I forgot Cody returned, and he returned jacked.
Because he's ready to do Street Fighter.
Yeah.
I'm so really excited for that movie.
I'm behind. So that's happening.
Yeah.
What led to that? Why is that happening?
What?
Drew versus Cody.
I don't know.
Oh, I need to catch up.
Drew McIntyre has been the number one contender for a long time, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I get why you're confused. Because for me personally, I thought that I think Drew McIntyre is going to win the Royal Rumble because
I want Drew to be champion again. I'm so sorry.
I think he's gonna get his moment at WrestleMania,
and it better not be cheap.
He's not gonna be, but
he better be champion.
I think Drew McIntyre. I think definitely because I'm intrigued as to why they're doing it now, because I definitely thought that the next person in line to win the Royal Rumble is probably going to be the best case scenario. What's it called? Drew McIntyre.
So they're going to give him a second.
So they're going to give him a second run.
No, the pandemic. When Drew won that Royal Rumble, do you know the pop in my bedroom?
Was that his? That was his second. That was his first.
The first. Yeah, he's only won the Royal Rumble.
So obviously they might give him a second because Drew McIntyre 2 Royal Rumble wins. That's not out of the blue.
When he claimed Brock, and it was in the middle, and I thought Brock was gonna win that thing. Oh, look at me! I've got goosebumps.
Drew McIntyre, I think.
Anyway, Cody's gonna win.
Cody's gonna win. Cody's gonna win.
They're giving him the second run, right?
Yeah.
After. My God, time has gone. I just remembered he beat Cena for it,
and then left the scene for like a bit.
and disappeared. Well, to have a baby.
Yeah, of course. A lot has happened in Cody Rhodes' life. You know, had a baby, is gonna do a film that is,
Street Fighter, right?
Gosh, Cody's rise.
Good, I know.
God. A sight to see.
I know, but I've been a Cody fan from the beginning.
I've always been a Cody fan.
With him from the beginning.
Yeah.
Dashing, undashing, Stardust. I was there. So.
Always there. Cody, man, what a phenomenal guy. And then the main event, which I'm surprised why people didn't think that this was the main event.
Oh.
A lot of people wanted the CM Punk and AJ Lee.
Huh? Go on, what was it? Sorry.
A lot of people wanted the CM Punk, AJ Lee, Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch match to be the main event.
Oh, the main event is John Cena versus Brock. Yes. How have I forgotten?
What are they gonna think of this podcast when one of the co-hosts is? What is this?
I forgot that was happening. Do you know what? The moment he returned, I discarded it from my brain.
I hear it. I hear
I
it.
discarded
I
it.
hear
And
it.
then, like, they purposely brought Brock back again the same time AJ was coming so that you forgot that Brock came back because you don't agree with why Brock has come back. So you remember AJ. Oh, I forgot that was happening.
Literally.
Who are they going to give that? John Cena? John Cena?
They have to give it to John Cena.
Retirement run?
This is his retirement
What
run.
if they gave it to Brock? Wow.
For what? Like what? Like if you're thinking about it,
they brought Brock just for this retirement, right? It's Cena.
And it's Cena because
Cena.
for what reason would you give it to Brock? Like what? Like
money? I don't know. Payout? I don't know. John Cena.
Unless they're trying to do Super Cena, Super John Cena. What's it called? What was his Peacemaker Cena? That he's there to defeat the big villain of today, and
he better come out in the outfit then.
Boy, yep. But anyway, John Cena versus Brock Lesnar, and I'm not even gonna speak too much on that match because again, John Cena is gonna take the win, but. Anyway, it's controversial in itself.
Let us know your predictions.
Anyway, guys, let us get into the tussle. Okay.
Which one
are you ready?
With? Yeah, I'm ready.
Cool. So we're going to start off with Dominik Mysterio versus Vikingo at Worlds Collide Las Vegas for the AAA Mega Championship.
Vikingo, I'm so sorry. Those fans hate you. They hate... Oh... I feel so sorry. He's such a good wrestler. They hate him. They hate... I know why, but they hate him.
They hate him. They really hate him. But
we're going to talk about sacrificial lambs again.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? This match did showcase Vikingo as a sacrificial lamb.
Oh, yeah.
Because the thing is, the problem that I had with this match, okay, it was a good Dominik match, but it was a very mid Vikingo match.
Okay, yeah.
Because Vikingo is just... is explosive. He's dynamic. He's a true athlete to this game. Whereas Dominik, you may argue, sort of cosplays as a wrestler.
Oh.
That's just my opinion.
Cosplays as a wrestler or cosplays as a luchador?
Or he cosplays as Eddie Guerrero.
Oh.
Because there was a lot of Eddie tributes coming from Dominik's side here. And it just kind of made my eyes open in the fact that Eddie was just that good.
Yeah, of course.
But do you see where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
Eddie was just so good.
Everyone is using Eddie stuff.
Everyone's using Eddie stuff. And Dominik is obviously using it to a level to obviously put, it's his gimmick that, my true father's Eddie. But it's just so, it's beginning to be a bit...
You're over it.
I'm over it.
Yeah, you're over it. And I hear it.
Yeah.
I hear it. Because I thought it was a good match. I wouldn't say it was like the greatest match ever. And I think a good part of it was that the fans' interactions. But then I also wonder if the fans had a bit of love for Vikingo. Have I said his name right?
Yeah, Vikingo.
Yeah, Vikingo. I wonder that if the fans generally actually had an affection for him, then your thoughts on the match might be a bit higher than what they are. They were just booing this man. And he had some great moves in there. And yeah, I know we're supposed to talk about the match and the moves, but I do wonder what WWE's next steps are here now that Dominik has won. Spoiler alert if you've not seen it. Dominik has won, because what is this about just taking major championships from promotions? Because Trick is the TNA World Heavyweight Champion. We've now got Dominik as the Mega World. These are their top belts. What's happening?
I think...
Is Dominik officially going to be doing AAA? Like, is he going to be on AAA program daily?
Probably. Probably not, because the big championships don't have to be on the show.
They don't. But it's how involved is he going to be? I just want to know what their plans here, because
I think it's under the guise that, if you give us your big championships, we're going to give you more coverage around the world. People are going to know who you are. People are like, we've got that. There's more visuals, like not visuals. There's more eyes on your company,
on the product,
eyes on your product, because let's be very honest, this is the most that we are talking about TNA and AAA.
Okay. I spoke about TNA.
No, I mean in terms of a worldly thing. This is the most kind of like...
Yeah, fine.
That's all I'm saying.
Fine.
And you know what? It was. I can't lie. It was a. It was
a good match.
It was a good match. It was a good
rock.
match.
It was a rock.
Okay. I wouldn't give it a rock. I personally, I don't
For
know.
the entertainment aspect factors, it's a rock for me because
Yeah.
it was a good. I'm not saying it's his best match. It was a good standard match. You know what? I can agree with you with the Eddie thing because I actually just thought the Three Amigos was so basic.
It was so
And just it, I was just like, oh. I had said earlier I'm a bit over people using the Three Amigos for everything. It's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
And yeah. So
but do you see where I'm coming from? It just
I
shows you how good Eddie was.
Yeah, Eddie was
Eddie's phenomenal.
is also your wrestler's favorite wrestler.
Yeah,
literally.
So
yeah, I think Vikingo, the what's it? He did 450. He did a 450 and a 630. Those were great. Splash right on impact. Dominik was just Dominik, and the cheap heat I enjoyed. Oh, they love El Grande Americano.
That interference, obviously, the El Grande interference definitely made the finish feel controversial, but it was enough to protect.
It was enough. It was enough.
Vikingo.
It was enough to protect him. What's some of my other favorite moves in there? I just felt again. Sorry, I have to go back to the crowd because when he went to go do a chop on Dominik, he asked the crowd to shush. That crowd ignored him. Dominik now goes to chop and he tells the crowd to shush. The crowd is silent. I'm like, leave this man alone.
But do you know what? They love Dominik there.
Yeah, they love him.
Dominik there. They absolutely
love him.
Doesn't he have a mural somewhere in boy? Dominik.
They
was
love
there.
him. I think Dominik's best move. I actually don't think these were his best frog splashes. His best move was it must have been his counter to the Hurricanrana into a powerbomb. That was his best move for me. It's a rock. Part of the rock for me is the crowd interaction, the shenanigans and blah blah blah. That it just made it an interesting match. It's not the best match for either of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll give it a rock regardless.
Yeah. For me, it just fell short of perfection. Like again, pacing issues, moments felt uneven. Again, you could see one was told to give 2% while one was giving 45%. Like it was just a lot of.
Yeah, I hear it.
So I agree with you on the entertainment aspect that the crowd interactions. It was a compelling match in a certain way. But for me personally,
it's a pebble.
It sucked.
Oh, it's a suck.
It's a suck.
It's
a suck for me. It's a suck for me. I just, like I said, my views. If you obviously agree with me or disagree with me, let me know.
Yeah.
But that's just maybe my mind could be turned.
You can think because you think they both could do better, and I hear
100%. Especially when it comes from a title match from that caliber. I mean, I understand that. Sometimes we can't ask for the most. And yes, Dominik is playing into his character very, very, very well. In fact, the heel probably of the century right now.
Me.
But again, when it comes down to I just didn't like the unevenness. I knew Vikingo could do better, but then also he was told just tone it down a bit.
Oh,
do you get what I mean?
Yeah, I hear it.
Cool. And then we have Toni Storm versus Skye Blue in a Philly street fight on AEW Dynamite 310.
So when I first heard there was a street fight, I was looking forward to it because I personally think that the women in AEW have the street fight. What's the word? They have street fights down, basically. Like, street fights are their thing in my head. I thought it was a decent street fight, but it was more on the entertainment. It leaned towards entertainment. If it's pro wrestling entertainment, it was on the entertainment side. And I actually expected more. I also understand, though, that Toni has to wrestle at All Out, so she can't really be going crazy. But I think if I hear street fight, I want... I can't believe I'm saying this. I want blood.
She said, let it pour.
Let it bleed. And then if you're going to come out as Sandman, I just expect it. I just expect more violence. And it was just, forgive the pun, a little bit cheesy. And they literally, there were mousetraps. And I mean, to be fair, I did chuckle at her biting on the cheese and trying to hand it to the commentators. But also I was just like, ugh. I know you can do better street fights
It was
than
cheesy.
this. Yeah. Willow and Chris Statlander still have it down. That's my favorite. That is my favorite. That one scared me.
I think basically when the stakes are higher, they perform better.
Yeah.
Because when I think about the two probably best street fights in AEW history, when we're talking about Britt Baker and
that one where they were proper bleeding
when
on the
they were
floor.
proper bleeding, Britt Baker and what's her name again?
Wasn't it Thunder Rosa?
Thunder Rosa. How can I forget Thunder Rosa? I love Thunder Rosa.
How can I remember Thunder Rosa? I'm really joking.
Yeah, but Britt Baker and Thunder Rosa obviously probably match of the year at that time. And then you've got Chris Statlander and Willow Ospreay. Willow Nightingale. Obviously the stakes were much higher. So I think again, maybe that's when the stakes are higher they then tend to put it thing, but obviously there was nothing for this match. It was just a Philly street fight or a normal AEW Dynamite.
Yeah.
For me personally, it was a fun match. I'm not gonna lie, I had fun watching it.
Not brutal.
They knew the audience that they were working with.
Yeah.
Some things it didn't work, but sometimes it doesn't have to work. Again, like
obsessed with the erogenous zones.
Like I like the unhingedness of it. Hardcore matches.
I saw nipple piercings. I saw vagina piercings.
Literally, it's the staples to the nether regions of. Yeah, it is what it is.
They got 3 piercings.
Literally, it was very ECW.
ECW.
It was very ECW.
But I'm just like, if it's gonna be ECW, then
give me EC dub.
Give me EC dub. So yeah, it's. Oh, now I'm wondering if I want, because it wasn't my favorite. Maybe I'll give it. I don't think it sucked, so I'll give it a pebble. But I didn't enjoy.
I wouldn't give it. I'm
conflicted.
I wouldn't give it a rock. I don't think it's.
Are you gonna say it sucked?
I'm not gonna say it sucked. I'm just gonna be like.
Little pebble.
I don't know. I'm conflicted today, and
we're not gonna rate it.
It's non-rateable. No, do you know what? I think for what they gave on AEW Dynamite and obviously Skye,
it is Dynamite.
I think you know what? It will be injustice to Skye Blue to give her a suck, because I think she did. You could tell she was very comfortable.
Pebble.
She was very comfortable in this match, so I'd give it a rock, I guess.
Pebble.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's it for this week, guys. Thank you for listening. Let us know your thoughts. Follow us on all accounts, on all platforms, TikTok, Twitter, X. And just some closing words, guys. Just be kind to everybody. We're going through a very, very, like I said, politicized world right now. Just be kind.
I have nothing to add.
This is...
Bye.